right. Do you have any children?
Yes.
What are their ages?
There's 25, 19, 18. Yeah, I don't even know. 23.
You don't know?
I don't.
All right. What do you mean you were kicked out?
Okay, so within the first 3 months of
I looked up and the reason she was kicked out is because she relapsed.
All right. I just don't think there's another placement for you. I mean, felony drug court was the placement. And it appears that even though you're saying you were kicked out, or maybe you were not kicked out,
When I finished, I was walking up the hallway with the pot. She said, well, let me see how it tastes. You don't tell a woman, see how it tastes. That's like giving a man, that's like telling a man, telling another woman. You understand that?
Day has also indicated to me that she is on federal probation right now.
She's on. That's out of Arkansas, Judge. That's what she's on bond for. She is on the.
and are you Miss
Amanda.
Hernandez? In the cause number ending in 7-4, you're charged with fraudulent use or possession of identifying information less than 5 items. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
And the cause number ending in 7-3, you're charged with injury to a child or elderly or disabled person, bodily injury. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
I did.
All right, and if these cause numbers, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I know that she, even though I am retained, that she does not have any money in her own name. I was hired by a gentleman that is a friend of hers. I know that he intends to abide by this. I've explained to her that the court normally will review a request for early termination if she completes everything she does, has indicated to me she intends to try to do that.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes.
What are their ages?
They're a year older than 18.
All right, what are their ages?
25, 19, 18. Yeah, I don't even know. 23.
You don't know?
I don't.
All right,
He wasn't in my life.
all right. When's the last time you were employed?
Prior to coming into jail, so about 4 months ago.
Doing what?
Care.
And who were you caring for?
My best friend and 2 neighbors of his.
All right, who is Oscar Lara III to you?
Oscar Lara.
The person you were in the vehicle with when all of these cards were found?
In the vehicle, I was by myself.
Yeah. According to the stipulations, it says officer observed a male and female enter the Lincoln, and that's a Lincoln vehicle. Yeah.
Oh, that's Paul.
No, there's a Oscar Lara III. That's a different person. And you also have Paul Vasquez Jr.
Yes, Paul Vasquez is the one that was in the driver.
All right, so who is he to you?
A person I hung around with.
And who is Oscar Lara III to you?
That I don't know. I don't know that person.
And who is Roberto Alfaro to you?
My ex.
All right, when's the last time you used any type of drugs?
About 7 months ago.
And what do you use normally?
Heroin.
Okay,
I've been on Suboxone that's how I got off of it prior to coming over here.
All right, I understand when people say they're off of drugs and then they get on another drug, so they
Yeah,
won't
no,
use the
but that-
drugs.
But I had stopped, but yeah, I know.
I mean, it's still a drug,
I
right?
understand.
Do you have any violent history?
No,
All right, this is what the court is going to do. In cause number 2025 CR 000174, the court is finding there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt. The court will sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 007073. Take into consideration 2024 CR 011068. There's to be restitution to Audrey, AUDREY Bash, and 60 sober support meetings in 60 days. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court with regards to that case?
no,
And cause number 2025 CR 007073. The court will sentence you to a $1,500 fine. That will be probated. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 000174. Take in consideration 2024 CR 011068. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be 60 sober support meetings in 60 days. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in regards to that case? And each of the
This cause number.
the term on this cause number is 6 years.
Your Honor, can I ask you to reconsider the referrals to both Esperanza and drug court in custody? I know that my client, part of her reason for entering these plea bargains was in order to get out of jail.
No. You need help. You have a drug or alcohol problem. And your drug or alcohol problem is what brought you here today. You understand?
yes,
All right, did you review the documents entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
yes,
Because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreements, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And cause number 2025 CR 007073, because there's an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
yes,
All right, we can go off the record. In this court, communication is key. If there is an issue, you need to let your probation officer know about it. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. Do you understand? All right, so here's the other thing. You're not allowed to be a home healthcare provider. You're not allowed to take care of the elderly. You're not allowed to take care of minors. If you do any of those things, it's going to be a violation of your probation and a motion to revoke is going to be filed. You also are not allowed to live or reside in any household where there are minors. Do you understand? And where there are elderly persons. You understand?
yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Your Honor,
Yes.
the definition of elderly is sometimes a little fuzzy. My interpretation of that is it's a person over 65 years of age.
All right, so
When
let
they
me
cannot take care of themselves.
clarify. How old are you?
I'm 45.
You're 45. You cannot, Vashan, for her, 45 is 10 years older than whatever she is. So you're not allowed to live with anyone who is 55 or older. You understand?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Your
And my understanding, there's a victim impact statement.
Yes.
Honor, just for your honor's edification, if it's okay, the victim.
And are you Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Did you review the documents entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes. Yes.
You seem,
I'm
confused.
thinking those are the ones we just saw. Yes.
yes, the documents
Yes.
where the state is accusing you of not fulfilling terms and conditions of your probation. Did you review that with your attorney? And you understand? them? All right. Are you the same Amanda Marie Hernandez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2025 CR 000174 for the offense of fraudulent use or possession of identifying information less than 5 items on June 24th, 2025 for a period of 5 years. And the same Amanda Hernandez in cause number 2025 CR 007073 for the offense of injury to a child elderly disabled bodily injury on June 24th, 2025 for a period of 6 years. Is that you?
Yes.
All right. And state, are you proceeding on the same allegations in each motion?
Yes, Judge.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Violated condition number 5.
Excuse me just a second. Can I get a file stamp?
Yes.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Violated condition number 5 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant Amanda Marie Hernandez did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of February, March, and April 2026 in violation of condition number 5.
To that, how do you plead? True or not true?
True. State will waive the remaining allegations.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5 and cause number 2025 CR 007073, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? And in cause number 2025 CR 000174, by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, true.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations of condition number 5 in each motion?
True. Yes.
In each motion, the court is finding violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Judge, the proposed agreement is to grant state's motion, enter an adjudication of guilt, revoke, and sentence to 2 years.
All right. So my question is, what has she done on probation?
Probation, Judge, she did do the top and was complying with GPS. She was in sober living, but then was removed due to absconding. There were no community service hours done. And that is the extent that we see based on the conditions ordered.
All right.
And Judge, as far as the absconding, it's my understanding, and she's my client's informed me, she didn't just abscond. She was actually invited to leave the program due to some personality conflicts with some of the other ladies that were there in the sober living facility.
All right. What do you mean invited to leave?
She was kicked out.
I was kicked out.
All right. Yes. So, I mean, if she's saying someone kicked her out, do you want to call her as a witness?
I will, Your Honor.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Amanda Hernandez.
All right, what do you mean you were kicked out?
Okay, so within the first 3 months of lifetime, everything I thought was going great until we have like 2 other women that were placed into my same dorm or the room, and apparently I was just being bossy, too bossy, and the second lady apparently the same thing. But there's certain things that we had to do as I guess as we're all in a group of the living together. And if one doesn't meet that requirement, we all get into trouble. So I guess being the pushy one, I guess apparently in there, I was the one telling everyone, okay, we gotta do this. But I guess I could have gone towards that different way of approaching them. But it was over like twice that occurred. And when finally got to the point where Greg just told me, you know what, the one below Greg, I forgot his name. Anyways, he told me, he's like, we're getting kicked out, right? Finally, I went to go speak to Greg, and Greg just said, we're having you leave. We're packed up my stuff. I ended up going to the hospital that day, or that whole week. I was gone for pneumonia. I was gone for a whole week. And then when I came back, all my stuff was packed. They told me that was it.
So what you're telling me, and I want to make sure I understand it, what you're telling me is there was some kind of disagreement at Lifetime, and Lifetime actually kicked you out. And did they call felony drug court and say, hey, we're having issues?
Oh,
Do you know?
Yes, I spoke to the judge. That was the first time with the first lady. And then so after that, he told me he was gonna give me a second chance. So I went back, and then I wasn't kicked
But
out.
what first time?
there's two ladies that
No. You said that you talked to the judge and that was the first time.
that first time that I had got, I guess, the warning about just don't worry about nobody else, just worry about myself. So that was my warning when I first saw the judge. There you go, the first time. The second time that was it. He's all like, didn't we, apparently you're trying to be everyone's mom over here. It's not like that. You have to worry about yourself. And I'm like, it was, and then I just didn't understand how that occurred like that when ladies were being caught like making out and everything over there. And I'm just telling people what to do. But I didn't think I was going that bad like that pushy. But yes.
Right. Does anyone have any proof of what she's saying?
Judge, I think we just have two different narratives on what happened.
Oh, let's call Lifetime and have
Yes.
them zoom in.
Yes. I would
Yeah, let's
I
do
would
that.
actually like that.
Okay.
You want to maybe reset this?
Oh, they'll have, Lifetime can zoom in. If everybody's okay with somebody from Lifetime zooming in.
That's fine.
All right, we'll have somebody from Lifetime zooming in.
Thank you.
Let's have a seat. So any objection to this witness appearing by Zoom?
No. Oh, me?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Gallardo, the testimony has been that Ms. Hernandez was kicked out of her sober living home. And I'm just trying to get some clarification on that. Are you able to give us clarification?
From what I remember, the house manager did feel that she was not a good fit for the home. She did give her another chance. And after that, she gave her, well, let me give you a little bit of a timeline. Erica had missed court on February the 5th, and we're trying to,
Let me do this. Let me swear you in.
okay,
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Sure.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes.
All right. You can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Elsa Guajardo.
All right. You may proceed.
Sure. So the timeline was, the ladies were trying to wake up Amanda. We know she was pretty tired. But she was not getting out of bed. So that happened on the 5th when she missed court. And then on the 6th, Erica, the house manager, sent me a text message saying that she did not feel that Amanda was a good fit for the house. And she did want to ask her to leave. That was on the 5th, and I was like, okay. On the 6th, Erica did have a conversation with Amanda, and she wanted to give her another opportunity. And Amanda had gotten a new number. And then on Monday the 9th, she just wanted to, Erica texted me again to let me know that Amanda moved out.
All right. Any questions? Because it appears that Erica is on the Zoom now as well.
Hi, Erica.
None from the defense, Your Honor, other than just some clarification once I suppose we have some testimony from Erica.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
All right. Thank you. So, Erica, if you could unmute for me, please.
Yes, hello.
Hello. And you don't have your last name up, so that's why I'm just referring to you as Erica.
That's okay, Shonifer, yes.
Jennifer. All right. Could you
So-
raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes,
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
that is correct, yes.
All right. If you'll lower your hand and state your name for the record.
Erica Shonifer?
All right. So the testimony has been that Miss Hernandez was kicked out of the sober home, and I'm trying to get clarification on that.
Yes, I just looked up because I write notes on everything. I looked up and the reason she was kicked out is because she relapsed.
All right. Can you give us some sort of timeline the way Ms. Gallardo did?
Let me check. So she was discharged on the 12th, February 12th. And it did say for relapse. So usually they either say they will not take a UA and we put it down as a relapse, or they did take a UA and it came out positive for something.
And
Those
in
are
this case, what was the reason?
It doesn't look like I have a drug urinalysis on file, so it was probably a not willing to take a UA.
And when you say she was kicked out or released, what does that really mean? Did you all pack her bags and tell her you can't stay here?
No, we give her an opportunity to get some help, go to detox, go to treatment, whatever they need. And if that is something they do not want, we tell them, well, then you have a day to pack your things and go.
All right. In this case, was there an opportunity given for detox or treatment for Ms. Hernandez?
Yes, they're all given the same opportunity.
All right. And any questions, defense or state?
I guess the only question would be, Ms. Shonifer, so you don't have any notes there as far as whether or not she came up positive on the urinalysis or she refused the urinalysis. You just think that because there aren't any notes, she didn't want
Yes,
to.
so she refused the urinalysis, so we don't have any notes whether she was positive or not.
Okay.
So
And
when they refused, we just asked them to go ahead and go.
had she had a hospital visit around that same time?
I don't believe she did. I think maybe. I'm not sure.
Nothing further from the defense.
Yeah, I have a lot of women that we work with. I apologize.
No problem. I'm just trying to get some clarifications. All right. Any other questions from either side?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you all both so much for zooming in on such short notice. I
You're
really
welcome, of
appreciate
course.
it.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you. So is there anything you would like to add? And you're still under oath.
No, I wasn't given any opportunity to go and take a UA. I was just told that second time I just needed to leave. And she never came to me with the opportunity. I believe I don't even know who that lady is right there. I've never spoken to her. Like maybe on the phone, on Wi-Fi before when I moved in there, but the ladies that lived there while I was there, that I never saw her. I don't even know who that is. And yes, they mentioned about Erica on the phone, on that she needs you to call her, or which was like once or twice. But I never personally met her, ever seen her. This lady right here. But yes, the second time that the home owner or the
House manager.
yes, the one that had her little daughter there. Remember, she gets the one that's in charge. Yes, I came to her asking her for help the second time before, because she had already told me, you had to leave. So I told her, the next morning I messaged her telling her, I need help. Can you please help me? I know what I'm doing. I said, I'm so sorry. I just came from lifetime in jail. I'm freaking tired. I was tired. And she goes, I'm glad you came to me. I'm helping you. I'm going to help you now. So the next morning came, I think they already had it up to mind that,
Wait a minute. When you're saying a lot at once. So when you say they were going to help you, what did you need help with?
Okay, for one, I had no idea what side of town I was on. I didn't know where I was at. So I was like, did y'all give or different reasons, like for transportation, like how do I get help with it? I guess resources. So I needed help with a lot of things like that. So I went to that one house mother or person that had her little girl there anyways, that I needed help. And she's all like, okay, you know what, we're gonna help you. Her and some other lady that has that lives there, that's for like 5+ years. Anywho, and so they did. The next morning, they gave me all these resources, and so I went the next day. So I don't even think I even reached the 12 there, because between the 5th and maybe like the 7th, maybe the 8th, I was already gone out of there. And I never chose to leave. That's what they said. Yeah, they kicked me out. Yes. But they said they offered me help. My help was coming from Lifetime. Like I already had taken a test. Everything was already done. Like literally done. I was clean. I was coming from Lifetime, from that one spot to the next spot.
All right. Any questions?
What, if I may, Your Honor?
Yes.
what would you like this court to do? Would you like this court to put you back into a rehab facility and continue you on probation, or would you rather go along with the agreement we made with the state for it to be incarcerated?
Well, to be honest, if I could, like, with the fair chance, maybe go back to that program. Like I said, there was so many different things that I saw that were worse than just being bossy at
All right, so let me just tell you right now, if the court considers placing you or continuing you, you're going to safety. If I were to even consider doing that.
I could do that.
No, I'm just saying,
No,
if
no.
I were
Oh,
to
I
consider
understand.
doing that, so that would mean that you would remain in custody until transferred to an inpatient facility.
Yes.
But right now, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. So, counsel, you may continue.
That was my only question, Your Honor.
State, any questions?
No.
All right. Probation, anything else to add? And what you were doing during those 3 months, nobody knows because nobody saw you. So, end cause number 2025 CR 007073. The court is going to grant the motion. Find you guilty. Revoke. Sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility. Give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with waive your right to appeal. You do not have the court's permission to appeal because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence. You're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. All right, so with regard to the therapeutic community, I have no jurisdiction for that, to make them follow my orders to place you in that program, but they're going to see in the judgment that I'm requesting that for you. So you'll need to ask for it as well. If you ask for it, hopefully they'll give it to you. When you're released from prison, the first thing you need to do is find a sober support living home or either start doing UAs to help you, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Your Honor.
welcome.
May I have excused?
Yes.
Excuse me. You can go ahead.
Sorry. Your Honor, this is not for the non-payment of rent. This is for prohibitive conduct issues. There have been several instances of prohibited conduct, so I don't believe that a discussion would be beneficial in this case.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I skimmed over the petition ahead of time. All right. We better just go ahead with the hearing then, and the plaintiff's ready to proceed.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
And are you ready to proceed, Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Okay. The plaintiff may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is an eviction based on breaches of lease related to prohibited conduct. Specifically, the defendant has breached paragraph 11.1 of the lease by behaving in a loud or dangerous manner and threatening the comfort and safety of multiple members of Garden Terrace staff. In the first instance, this occurred in March of 2025. I submitted a video as Exhibit 3 for this. The video is a little difficult to see, but I do have a witness here that can testify to who the parties in the video are. But in this video, there's a staff member and the defendant is seen dressed in all black waiting by the staff member's car in the dark after she had gotten off of her shift, and is seen swinging a branch at the staff member while the staff member backs away in a defensive position, and the police were called to the property in response to this. And I also have a witness here, Anna, if you can confirm that this is what the video shows and that the defendant is seen in the video threatening the staff member with a branch.
Yes, that is what happened. We did have a staff member and when we did get the lease violation to Alkeisha on one of the following days after that incident, she did admit to me and my assistant and the program manager at that time that she went out her window and she did grab a branch, and that she had went to the staff member's vehicle to wait for when she got off her shift to confront her.
Can I say something? Excuse me.
We'll give you a chance, ma'am.
Okay,
Just
thank
let them finish and then you'll have your chance.
you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Honor. And then during the second instance of conduct, the defendant entered the front office of Garden Terrace on June 11th of 2025, around 2 p.m. and threatened the acting manager, Anna Alvarez, at Garden Terrace, screaming that she was going to get her and that she would wait for her to get off work. Anna, in your own words, can you explain a little bit about what happened that day, please?
Yes. So
Okay,
it was around 1:40.
Let me, before we go, can I get you to raise your right hand, please? The testimony you've given this here and you promise to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
So it was
Okay.
around 1:45 on June the 11th of 2025, and I heard Alkeisha screaming very loudly in the lobby area, which there had been some verbal behavior against me that was progressively getting worse and prior to that week. So I knew that her yelling was mainly coming towards me. And per our corporate office directives, they want us to kind of stay inside of our offices to like make sure that we are safe. So at that time, it was a situation where I did have other employees informing me what was going on, even though I could hear her screaming inside of my office. I couldn't necessarily hear what she was saying, but they were warning me that she was saying that she wanted to fight me, that it was a situation that she was angry, that she wanted to fight me. And they were saying to please make sure that I was staying locked up inside of my office, and that she had mentioned that she was waiting for me to get off work. It was a situation where I had the resident services team come in. So I'll just kind of read you what I wrote. I just put, so I stayed in my office. I knew the screaming was being directed at me. Due to my door being shut, I couldn't make out exactly what she was screaming, but my assistant came into the office and told me that she was saying that she would wait until 4 o'clock when I exited the office. And I had the staff member mention that they were scared for what that might mean. I texted my supervisor at that time, and then she had it to where she worked out with another coworker to kind of cause a distraction with Alkeisha, so that way she couldn't see me exit my office. And so I had it to where I had to have another coworker and along with my maintenance man escort me out of my office in a different part of the building. So then that way she would not be able to see me when I left. And then later on, she sat there until almost 4 o'clock. This incident happened at like 1:45. So she sat in the lobby area just waiting for me to leave. And then when I had to come back to get one of my bags, because I had to abruptly leave around 5:30, the shift clerk that was working that night, because I had to call from my vehicle, and the shift clerk had to bring me my bag, and was saying that she still was sitting out there from 4 to 5 saying that she was going to get me or get my ass, and waiting for me to come out of the office.
And Your Honor, I also submitted an Exhibit 4, which is an incident statement that the staff filled out after this, which was what I believe Anna was reading off of before. So the court has a copy of that as well.
Okay.
And then Anna, can you explain to me just very briefly how you kind of felt, or if you were afraid during this instance that occurred in June?
Yeah, I was extremely nervous for myself, especially with the first incidents that took place, knowing that she had went through a window and grabbed a blunt object and had met that person and knew what time that person had got off work. It was the same behavior that was being acted out towards me, because she knew kind of when my shift ended, and she was making mentioning of that to other staff members, like that she was just going to sit and wait for me to leave. So I was extremely nervous. I actually asked to work on a different property the next day, because I was nervous about what she could possibly do. And the fact that it was hours long, it wasn't just one outburst where she said it quickly and then walked away. It was hours of her saying the same thing over and over again.
Thank you, Anna. And then based on the conduct during these two incidents, Your Honor, the plaintiff delivered a 30-day notice to vacate on June 28th. Chandeli, can you confirm that this notice was hand-delivered and mailed to the defendant?
Yes, it was.
Thank you. And then, Your Honor, to our knowledge, the defendant has not vacated, so we are seeking possession, court costs, and attorney's fees in the amount of $1,000.
Okay, so she's vacated the premise?
She has not, Your Honor.
Oh,
She's
okay.
still living there.
And what was the monetary amount sought one more time?
We're seeking $1,000 for attorney's fees. We're not seeking any back due rent.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Moore, you have an opportunity. Did you wish to testify and tell
Yes,
your
I'm about to
side of this?
testify, sir. Yes, I'm about to testify.
If you'd raise your right hand, ma'am. In the
Right here.
testimony you give in this hearing, do you promise to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Nothing but the truth.
Thank you. Why don't you go ahead and tell me your side of this?
Okay, my side of the story. When the manager first started, I didn't know the manager. She brought Rachel outside. When she brought Rachel outside, I was sitting outside by myself. Her and Rachel came outside in the daylight. They didn't say nothing, so I got up. And when I got up, they went back inside. They went back inside. Well, I went back inside first, and they were still out there. So I don't know the manager. The manager's supposed to be new. So in Rachel perspective or something like that, or whatever the case may be, Rachel is going through a hormone. I asked Rachel, I said, Rachel, you need something, or whatever, she not eating. I said, Rachel, you want some pickles or something like that for the hormone. So when I told X that, they had another man that I was helping up here, and I was cooking for him at night. And he asked, go ask Rachel, do she need something to eat? She looked at me like I was crazy. She thought I was giving her a pickle like a man's dick. And at the same time after that, when I finished, I was walking up the hallway with the pot. She said, well, let me see how it tastes. You don't tell a woman see how it tastes. That's like that's like telling a man, telling another woman, suck a man's dick. You understand that? So I was on the phone. What they talking about with Rachel and her problem. I was on the phone with somebody, and it was Valentine's. So she's like giving me the thumbs up, like, because she don't have no communication. So by me just talking to the people when they be like, hey, how you doing, or whatever the case may be, and we're just communicating in a group like that, and we'll go about our business. That's the case of the matter. So it's like you're not walking around and do your job. You're not walking around to do your job, and everybody see it. So when we out there, we talking, we communicating, go do your job and don't worry about nobody else. So it was one of these days or whatever the day, she was like, well, can you go knock on this person's door? So I said, okay, I'm going to knock on the person's door. So when I knock on the person's door, they didn't answer the door. So I sit down, in the lobby, because that's where we sit at, we're resting or whatever the case may be. We want to sit inside or we go somewhere. So she was like, can you go knock on it again? So I knocked on it again for her. And, this person's in a wheelchair. It's going to take a person a while to get out of the wheelchair. So that person didn't know that person was coming. And that person came out and he didn't know he was coming. So I'm not going to do your job for you. So another sentence. The next sentence, the fire alarm went off. So we still sitting out there. Everybody just, a few people, we talking or whatever the case may be. And she come out and she said, you know where that's coming from? And we just looking like, okay, they have stoves downstairs because I'm in a dungeon way downstairs. And I don't know what's going on upstairs unless I go up there. That's not my job. So I say, it must be coming from the kitchen or it may be coming from downstairs. That's the only ones that have the stoves and whatever else they have up in there. So I was walking toward the kitchen. So when I was walking toward the kitchen, she was walking behind, on the side of me, like walking with me. So she heard me. Well, I raised my voice a little bit so the man can hear me because he had earplugs in his ear because that's the stove burning. So he was like, well, don't holler at me. And that's the case when you gotta, just move out the way so I can turn it off. She's sitting up there, she just looking. You ain't gonna tell him nothing? And I'm doing your job for you. Look like I'm doing your job for you. So that's the problem right there. So besides that, and to drop that, what they're talking about with the stick, she's doing it again, like communication conversation to some, on the phone. She eat behind a desk. She brought some food. You don't eat behind a desk, behind a computer. You don't do that behind a computer. She listens to music behind a computer. She's doing what she wants behind a computer. One day she was like, well, here, go listen to your music if I want to tell her something. And she's looking at me in the dark, in the dark. And, you know, she just getting up like, just looking at me. What's on my face that you looking at? And, you know, I'm like, I'm not going to do nobody's job. I didn't come here for nobody's psychiatrist. I'm doing my own psychiatrist. And last year I did the fair. I traveled with family. Did the fair. I traveled with family. I'm on a treadmill at 7:30 in the morning, and nobody, you know, a few people up and everybody sleep. They don't know I'm on a treadmill, so that's why my weight is going down. I'm going through a little hormone. So her little hormone gets my little hormone, trying to give us some pickles or something, trying to help her, whatever the case be. Everybody like trying to help us, something like that. And one lady's like, hell, she don't want to do her job anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit up there and get put out. I've been helping people, not, you know, the kinds of my heart or whatever the case may be, helping folks, and I've been doing me. But the manager on her end, I don't know the manager. Don't come at me like that. And when I was working with somebody through a resume on a job, I'm professional, like a certified nurse. So with her, I'm working with her. The manager don't come behind me because the assistant manager gave her a box, and they bring the box. They bring the box at any time of the day to fix on the building. So she walking behind me all lightly. She just walking, you know, just all, you know, creepy, not creeping. I ain't gonna say it like that. Just, you know, just walking lightly so the box won't fall. So I get to the lady, halfway to the lady door. So when I get halfway to the lady door, the box get knocked over and it falls like she playing, the manager. You know, you're gonna wait until you get in between a curve. You don't like driving to make the box fall, and whatever's in the box gonna fall and it's gonna break in the box and you're gonna have to pay for it too. So I thought it was somebody fell out their chair or somebody just hit the floor. So knowing a person, they're gonna say something. And if their voice get louder, why it happened? Because you was walking behind me all lightly and you're gonna wait until you get to the, you know, to make the turn to be playing kiki with the assistant that she have working on the first shift, and they playing. Do not play like, because I don't play like that. And if you needed help for me to help you, I would have. So besides with the manager, she playing in the dark with the light off. So the
Your
light,
Honor.
it's like ghosts. It's like ghosts, playing ghosts, like Whipper Goldberg. So when I pass the office, and I don't mess with nobody like that. I don't tell nobody nothing. I do what I have to do. She playing with her little hair, like she have hair on her face.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I need to object to this.
Yeah.
I want to let the defendant
That's
speak,
her lie.
but none of this has anything to do with the two instances of conduct that were the reasons for the notice to vacate.
I understand that, but I'm just, excuse me, ma'am, I'm just explaining. And it's one more thing, and I'm just gonna close my mouth. The stick, when I went out there, and I just, even if I just don't want to do it privately out there with him without nobody knowing, just to tell her, because I am not here to play. And if I had to do your job, I would have helped you or something like that. Say something, because I'm good with the computer, whatever the case may be. The stick wasn't in my hand to hit her. The stick was just in my hand just to calm my leave, whatever the case may be. Because for one, I'm tired. I'm going through a little hormone. You know what I'm saying? And it was just in my hand, so it just traveled with me. So I'm like, you know, raising it up, but I didn't hit her. But they didn't see when she braced up. And when she braced up, that made me, or whether she was listening at first. Because if she had to listen and just go whatever, you know, go around the car, whatever, because she was kind of scared. How you gonna be scared to go around your car? You know, what if somebody was jumped the gate and you didn't say, you know, you would have got hit or something? That's what I'm trying to say. What if you would have got hit or something like that? She listened for a little bit and she was like, I'm tired of you. If you're going through a hormone too, you need to let the manager know that you tired. Because I work myself, but I'm not working right now, but I was. So I'm like, you know, it didn't hit her to hit her. She braced up at me, and that made me just, I slung the stick. But instead of me sitting up there trying to hit her, I grabbed her purse. When I grabbed her purse, she was like, yeah. So I just put it down. I throw it down, but I just put put it to the floor. You know, you're not going to sit up there and play me and have me doing your job. So that's the point of the matter. If you don't want to do your job, you might as well find another job or let the manager know, or you need to, if you're tired or whatever the case may be, you need to go home and let the manager know. She going through a little hormone. She talking about she just got out. They had a man come. They have people come with their food. They had a man come. Do they have any nurses or whatever the case may be? I had to go look for her and stuff, look for her. And she just come out the restroom talking about her stomach hurt. If your stomach hurt, you need to go home. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's a hormone thing. It's a little mental thing. And I did not sit up there and threaten the manager, because the manager should have came to me as a woman to my door and talked to me when the manager knocked on my door and I'm sleeping. Or not sleeping, but resting. I'm the manager. Of course, we know you're the manager because you put the paper on the door and your name is at the bottom. And I already see if I need you, if I will tell you. And every time I go out there, I feel harassed by her. I know how to knock on the door for the assistant manager or whatever the case may be. And I'm going to talk the knock on the door. Every time I go out there, she knocking for me. I'm not handicapped. I'm not handicapped. I know how to knock or whatever the case may be. I don't need you to do it. That's like school. We don't go to the office for no bull crap. If we need it in emergency, we will go.
Okay,
So
that,
I don't know the manager.
There's a video, Madam Clerk. Is it possible for us to see the video or not?
It is, Your Honor. Give me 1 second to screen share.
I'm not doing nobody else's job and I get paid. No communication skills.
Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna make it bigger on my side. Gonna share.
And she did it again on the phone. Do that at home. Curling her hair in a phone.
Let me know if you can hear it. I'm not sure. Or is it Miss True? Is it audio?
No, there's no
Okay.
audio.
She went around because she didn't see me. She didn't see me. She didn't know who I was. So when she didn't know who I was talking to her. And when I was talking to her, and you see her hand, she's ready. And then when the man came, when she ran back in and the man came, he pulled her back and she came out the door. And he pulled her back in the room. And she wanted to fight then. She going through a little hormone. And I was just talking to her when I was talking to her. I didn't raise up at her. And if I had to talk something like that, just whatever the case may be, so she won't lose her job. I said the manager called me. She looked at her, she was like, what you said? And I'm not going to let nobody raise up at me. She raised up at me. Look at her hand. Ready. And
Your Honor, as you can see in the video, it looks like the defendant was waiting on the other side of the car, and she came around the car at the staff member, was swinging the branch at the staff member, and the staff member was backing away with her arms up in a defensive position. And here you can see the defendant grabs the staff member's purse and attempts to run away with it.
Okay.
That's just like, raising your hand up or whatever the case may be. If you're going to listen, you're going to listen. If you're not, you're not. That stick is gone. And that stick, I did that, whatever. I picked that stick up so it won't be on my brain. You got to pick up something so, do like a puzzle or something. I've been having puzzle books. I've been having all types.
I believe that's the end, basically, of the video as well. She grabs her things and just walks away and gets in the car. The staff member does.
And she ran out, and then when she ran back in, the man came for the next shift. And when he came for the next shift, she ran right back out. And whatever the case may be. And she just ran out like she wanted to fight. But guess what? Let me tell you something. I'm about to close my mouth. When I tried to talk to her and she thought somebody was trying to do her something, if she slammed the door in my face. I didn't try to do it. I was just talking, standing there talking. And if she had that's the mental of a female. She slammed the door so damn hard, everybody heard it. She should have went home. And somebody else was like, well, hell, she looked like she don't want to do a job. She need to go find another job. She act like she don't want to do it. And I'm cleaning up this little box, this little apartment, whatever it is, since last year. Giving stuff away. Y'all see that in the camera? It's all in the kitchen. The laundry room. And I'm still doing it. I'm about to slow down.
And I'm going to object again to relevance. I'm not sure what the defendant is speaking out, but again, it's
because I'm doing it on my own. I'm doing my own thing. I don't have the problem. I don't have the time to do that. Somebody else's job. That's our hormone. Already.
it's painfully obvious to me that the landlord-tenant relationship is dissolved to such an extent that, you know,
Communication conversation that she don't have. She don't have no communication skills, all on the phone.
that
And
be
eating
that
behind a computer. That's
as
not my
it
business.
may, I think based on all of that, the parties need to have physical distance between them. So we're gonna award the plaintiff judgment for possession and the fees sought. And we'll send everyone a copy of the judgment. But there's no way for, it's more, I don't know why you'd want to live in a place like this where the relationship is deteriorated to this extent. But anyway, we'll award plaintiff judgment and the amount sought. Thank you all.
Your Honor,
Thank
what's the bond?
$2,000.
Ms. Moore,
Okay.
did you have a question?
Hold on
Ms.
now.
Moore? Okay.
Okay,
I don't
1190.
have a question, but I appreciate the outcome. Because I'm not doing nobody's job. I'm doing my own job up here trying to keep it clean. I've been,
Next will be O.H. Riddell. Doing business Lennox Woods versus.
Your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond. I don't know. You know, I've never met you before. I don't know you. I don't know how dangerous of a person you are. I don't know if I give you a bond, are you going to go back? I don't know. I know that you're going to tell me it's little gumdrops and rainbows but how you are on paper tells me who you are, because everybody tells me one thing, but when they get on paper, they're a completely different person. So I got to get to know you before we set you a bond. So Amy, tell us about Miss Howard.
Yes, Judge. She's wanted from Navajo County, Nebraska, for burglary, felony 2A, theft of unlawful taking 5,000 plus, and conspiracy to commit a class 2A. State is opposed to a bond based, one, on the charges that she's wanted for, two, on the fact that she has previously been a fugitive in your court.
Oh, really?
Yes, from South Carolina for robbery.
What happened with that case? Do you know?
I believe they picked her up in that case. Yes, they picked her up in that case. Her most recent conviction was also back in 2024 for an eating with a motor vehicle out of Fulton County. Day has also indicated to me that she is on federal probation right now.
That's out of Arkansas, Judge. That's what she's on bond for. She is on the has the leg monitor on for that.
What's she on federal probation for?
What are you on probation out for?
I think like a jail conspiracy.
Where?
A conspiracy?
Out of where?
Arkansas.
That's the case out of Arkansas, Judge.
Possession of intent to distribute, it looks like. Her release date is 2021.
So is that different from what she has in Nebraska, the federal probation case, or are you talking about, is that the same one?
Nebraska should be different. What she's wanted for right now is the burglary. So the basis of the probation, the federal probation would be the possession of intent to distribute.
Got it.
That's out of Arkansas. When she was in Arkansas, Nebraska put a hold on her, but they didn't come get her.
So let's get this right. Here in Harris County, in 22, you have a burglary of a building, a failure to identify oneself as a fugitive from justice, meaning you're trying to evade law enforcement. You have a prior fugitive case from 21. You have another failure to ID from 2024. You're on federal probation in some other state. You have another open burglary in Nebraska, and you had an evading in a motor vehicle in Montgomery County. And you want me to set you a bond? Should I? Really?
Ms. Howard, how long have you been in Houston? How long have you lived in Houston?
All my life.
Okay. You currently were on a probation, and you have a leg monitor pursuant to that, correct?
Right.
Okay. And you had a leg monitor on you when they pulled you over, is that correct?
Right.
Okay. Did you attempt to flee from at that time?
No.
Okay. And that's what, you're aware of that case up in Nebraska?
Not until my lawyer had told me to turn myself in, but they said it was gonna be a court date for that.
I don't want you to talk about the cases now.
Okay.
How old are you, ma'am? How old are you?
24.
You're 24 and you have all those priors. You scare me, Miss Howard. You truly do. Because if I put my name on a bond, I don't want something bad to happen. And as history dictates, and as the paper says, it's, sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because they're their own worst enemy. You know, you scare me. I can't give you a bond. It's hopscotch with states with the criminality. It can't just happen. And you have a prior one from here as well. I just can't do it, man. It just, at some point, it comes time, the bill comes due. That's now.
You already executed a waiver, Judge.
Okay.